take me through your weekend. How'd it go, run by run? Overall, what did you think of the event?
Yeah, the event was crazy. It's kind of like nothing we've ever been to before, with so many big names here and all the Monster Energy and Red Bull athletes, the Rockstar athletes, all that. Big name freestyle guys, supercross guys. Pretty cool. Totally different, out of the ordinary for us. It was a big deal. Yesterday for qualifying went pretty good. It was kind of, the hill's kind of my style and what I'm used to. So I ended up qualifying first out of that, which is awesome. Set me up good for today, and having lane choice throughout the brackets is always a big plus. Today for verticross was pretty good too. Started out and had some big names right off the bat. I think one was Frankie Lettieri and then Tyler Bereman right after that. So ended up getting third, and that got knocked out by Austin Teyler in the second to last round. So I was able to come back and then beat Austin Politelli for the third spot. I was definitely pumped about that, and I was riding pretty good, but I think could have been a little bit better in certain areas. So just got beat there. Hoping I ended up only having to do one run. So there's not a whole lot better than that. Super stoked to be able to lay it down first run, and after I watched the first few nitro bikes go, I kind of thought I was racing for third or fourth today. I didn't know if I was gonna be able to keep up, so just tried to stay smooth and fast on the bottom, and then let the Buell eat up top. So can't ask for a whole lot more. It was a huge weekend for me. I'm really pumped.
Like me out there watching the racing, when I would hear like Logan's lining up with Austin and all that other stuff, I was like, this is getting heavy, dude. Like, what was it like for you on the line with some of these big names in moto?
Oh yeah, definitely a little bit stressful, because you know how talented they are, and obviously I don't have quite the talented bike skills that they do. So you know, you're outgunned a little bit, but hoping that the hill climb setups and doing what we do every weekend is enough to beat them. And luckily today it was. And I think with Austin for the third place matchup, I don't think I would have got him if I didn't have my extensions, because I was able to kind of sneak under him and then get him back going up the hill part. So that was huge for me.
So some of that racing was some of the most intense side-by-side stuff I've seen this year. Did it feel that way to you on the bike?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, when you're it's like you get into the third round and you're up against someone like Tyler Bereman, it's huge. You don't have any gimmies in a bracket that's stacked this big. Everyone out there was good, and everyone was going fast.
Yeah, it's funny, going into this, I knew that there was going to be a hill climb and all that, but Ryan Sipes, he went to Washougal, and then he came down to my house last week, and I taught him how to hit the quarter pipe, and he's like, yeah, I'm doing the hill climb, and he's like, oh, you got to sign up, and sure as hell, you know, here I am. I signed up, and I had no idea what to expect. I got here, and like the first hill like didn't look too bad, but it was a little tougher just to get over that road gap than I was expecting. So yeah, it was really, really fun. Like, it's really fun to see, like, race all your homies up the hill and see who gets the fastest time, and talk the shit afterwards. It's pretty fun. So yeah, all in all, first time doing this, and had a blast. 10 out of 10 would do it again. I wish I would have went down in the third one, but I made it through, knocked out a couple hill climb guys with the motobike, and yeah, the section today was really fun. It was kind of an evenator, because the little bikes can get through the first section a little bit better, and then the second section was you need that horsepower and that swing arm. So it was really cool to get all the moto guys together and battle it out with the hill climb guys, and then getting to watch them rip the hill on the nitro bikes afterwards was pretty cool.
Big hill jams done and completed for the weekend, man. Take me through your weekend. How'd it go?
A little bit of a rough weekend, actually. I ended up blowing up my 450 in the qualifier on Saturday. So that made for kind of a hectic situation. I wasn't in qualifying position the first round because I blew up the bike that first run, and ended up switching swing arms over to my motocross bike, stock Husqvarna, but was able to get swing arms switched over, rear shock, and got it into the qualifying round there that second run after a bike switch. So, you know, kind of stressful having to make a bike swap in between rounds like that, but got in the main event, and then started out the side-by-side this morning. Didn't have the best qualifying seating position, so ended up having to go against one of the fast qualifiers, Austin Politelli. Perfect timing. Anyway, really close race against Austin. He ended up getting me though, so was out first round. You know, pretty disappointed, but you know, it could be worse. You know, these guy qualifies for Supercross and stuff, so just really good caliber of rider that I was right there with him. So not ideal, but rode well, and then went into the open class and had a solid first run. I think I ended up 5th today, but had a really pretty decent first ride, and then tried to let it hang out that second run, and ended up making a couple of mistakes, and just decided to pull off and not go over the hill. I knew it wasn't faster than my first ride, so I'm happy. Always room for improvement, but coming out of here healthy, safe, and still decent for points that we brought home. So we'll kind of regroup, and we got a little bit of a break till the final round back in Billings, Montana. So we'll see what we can do.
Awesome, thank you, dude.
Yeah, qualifying, I thought my first time up the hill was pretty good. I think I was fastest non-swing arm bike in the first round. And the second run, I had a new line picked out kind of at the top of the hill, and I just made too much of a turn, lost a little bit. I still ran a faster time, but the hill was getting faster, and I think I qualified 6th or 8th or something, where I would have liked to have been up a little bit more, but any little thing, like I just turned a little bit too much and I lost whatever it is, 3/10, and that's what made the difference. But first round on the head-to-head on the final was good. I pulled the whole shot, which was important to me out there because I was picking left lane, so I would have the advantage at the corner, even if I didn't get the whole shot, maybe do a block pass, but I wanted to get the whole shot and move over. So then I could sweep that next corner a little bit more. First round was good. Was able to pull the whole shot, get around the corner, and made it up just fine. The second round I was against, Politelli, and pulled the whole shot on him again, which I was pumped. I should have just stayed in the main line just like I did in the first run, but I was kind of expecting him to maybe jump up the inside and try to block past me, and I went to that line, and as soon as I landed, it was just powder this deep, and I was landed, and I turned my head to turn and go up the hill, and the bike just went that way, and I just went down. So it was kind of a bummer, as I think I could have done. I could have been in the final, I believe, but live and learn. I won't do that next time.
How'd it go?
Weekend went really, really well. I knew coming into this one it was going to be some super stack competition for sure. So we got into the finals on 450s with Josh Hill, which I was super stoked on that because you just kind of never knew, I mean, you never knew who you were going to run up against. And so I knew I had, I think Justin Hill was my second bracket, and he got beat out. So that kind of made me feel a little bit better. But it just, these guys were throwing down out here today. And so I just put myself in a really good position, rode really good. I was happy with my riding today, personally on that. So ended up second 450s, open class. The hill was super tricky on the bottom, tight rhythm. So, with open bikes, I've never really kind of ran through such tight rhythms on the bottom. So didn't really know how things were going to end up on that. We got a good bottom in and went through the middle of the hill into the sweeper, and so that kind of determined on kind of how, if you could clean that up, you were going to be, carrying a lot of momentum over the road jump to the top, and that was really key to this event for sure, getting over that road clean. So cleaned that really good on my first run, set fast time, and then my second, I got beat out by Cipala, and then I knew I just had to lay it on my second round, just give it all I got and let it hang out, 0 or hero. And I made a mistake on that sweeper going up into the road gap, and it just really kind of killed my momentum, barely made it over the road gap, and then I just, gave her the youngin for the top, but just wasn't fast enough. Cipala just rode great, in open, him and that Buell, they work well together, so hard to beat, but all around happy with my riding. We're sitting second, I think, now in points, put myself in a really good points position going into the final round in Billings, Montana.
Right on. This was some of the most intense side-by-side racing I've seen personally.
Yeah.
Take me through it. How did it feel to go up with some of these big names? It seems like maybe the hill climb guys didn't want to get beat, so when they were side-by-side, they were twisting a little harder. Take me through that.
Yeah, totally. It was probably the most jam-packed, the most raw, hill climb side-by-side motocross action going on through the first half of the hill, because you get these supercross guys out, and these guys are qualifying for main events in supercross. So with extensions, we feel like we have such a big advantage, but the hill on the bottom really suit the supercross guys really well. And so I knew that was going to be really tough to get them beat on the bottom into the last roller into the hill. So I knew you kind of had to get you know, your bike in front of them before that last scrub jump, kind of going into the middle of the hill. That was more part like that I was worried about, you know, like how that was going to end up coming in together on that. But yeah, these stock guys coming out on stock bikes, it was so impressive. This is why these guys get paid to ride dirt bikes. They're just so dang good, you know, and it just was a privilege to be able to ride with these guys out here today. And I'm happy that, you know, I beat some of those guys today and just have had an awesome time out here, you know. Can't thank the Hill family enough for hosting this sick event, and hope to come back next year and, you know, lay her down.
Awesome.
I thought it was awesome. I mean, I was lucky enough to pull off the win in the 450 class, and it was really cool to do it, you know, on a stock swing arm bike. I asked Matt to make that rule change for this event, not because I really thought it was going to be a benefit, but because I really wanted just to make it easier for some of these guys that were up here at the Washougal National the weekend before, and some of these freestyle and free ride guys that like racing as well. I wanted to open the door up for them to come out here and try to do battle, and I think it worked out amazing. And I tried to build the hill so it would be a little bit of give and take. You know, the beginning stages might have been favored a not long bike, and then the ending stages, I think, you know, favored the extended bike. So it was going to be a battle. And going down into that final race with Austin Teyler, even though I got out in front of him off the beginning, I was still looking behind my shoulder the whole time to see where he was at, because he was doing a jump every lap consistently. He was doing that road gap that I didn't do once on any of my bikes. He was doing it on every bike, every lap. And it's just, yeah, kind of lucked out. He made a mistake, and I was able to take the victory. And it's just awesome. It's awesome to see the support. I love how tight-knit the moto climb community is. Everybody's here for each other. Everybody builds each other up. And it's friendly competition. It's serious competition, but at the end of the day, I think everybody gets along. Everybody wants to see the sport succeed, and that's why I'm here too.